Good YouTube, Quinn Wade coming to you with that instant basketball analysis on Analysis Playground on YouTube, exclusively on air forever. And we're gonna talk about how those Orlando Magic ended up getting the Pistons this time, 123 to 107. It was close. Then the Magic ended up taking over and was able to win it. The season series tied 2-2. These two teams might see each other in the playoffs. We don't know yet. So to be continued on that. If not, they'll see each other next season. The Magic go to 43 and 36 and 25 and 16 at home. They will finish the season above 500. The Pistons, they still trying to get win number 60, but they go to 57 and 22. Now they one loss for missing it. We'll see if they get it. They're 26 and 13 on the road. Orlando won the first quarter 30 to 28. They won the second quarter 39 to 27. The third quarter 29 to 21. And the Pistons won the fourth quarter 31 to 25, but it wasn't enough for them to be able to get this game to a point where they can even win it. That's how well the Magic played them, especially in that first half. And they also continued it through the second half. Paul Reed was splashing some jumpers. He went 1 of 2 from three, finished at the rim 2, went 4 of 7 from the field for 9 points. But he only played 19 minutes. He also had 6 boards, 2 assists, and 1 turnover in the block. 3 offensive rebounds. He had 4 personal fouls, which is way too many for 19 minutes. But he is trying to be physical. He is trying to go for attempts to block or steal, and that could lead to fouls. He was a minus 24 and plus minus. Jalen Duren was physical. He attacked the paint. He was aggressive. He was using that length and that size to his full advantage. He went 7 of 9 from the field, went 4 of 7 from the free throw line. He had 9 boards, which was the most on the team. He also had 4 assists, which is always good, but he did fumble the ball a little bit and make some errors that ended up turning into 4 turnovers. He had a steal, no blocks in this one, but he did have 1 offensive rebound, 3 personal fouls, and was a minus 18 and plus minus. Kevin Huerter was shooting threes and keeping the ball moving, and when he wasn't doing that, he was attacking the basket. He went 7 of 14 from the field, 3 of 7 from 3 for 17 points in 32 minutes. He had 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 turnovers, but he did also get something back with 4 steals. That was game high for the Pistons. He also had 2 personal fouls and was a minus 13 and plus minus. Asura Thompson played 31 minutes. He had 8 points. He went 4 or 5 from the field. Didn't take a lot of shots, but he took high quality ones, so you have to be liking that. And he also made some good decisions with his playmaking, which is nothing really new, and we just used to him doing it. It just comes naturally for him now. He had 6 assists, 3 rebounds, 1 turnover, and 3 blocks. The 3 blocks was the most on the team. He also had 1 offensive rebound, 2 personal fouls, and was a minus 18 and plus minus. Dennis Jenkins played 34 minutes and ended up being the most on the team. He had 18 points, which tied Jalen Duren for the most in the game. He went 6 of 11 from the field, 1 of 3 from the three-point line, 5 of 5 from the free throw line, and he had 7 assists. You have to be happy with his shot selection, his decision making, his control over the game. He tried his hardest, but the Magic did make him make mistakes and found ways to get him in some trouble. But other than that, he played a solid game and had a really, really good understanding of what he was trying to do every possession. He had 1 steal, 1 offensive rebound, 3 personal fouls, and was a minus 18 and plus minus. Tulu Smith played 13 minutes. He had 8 points. He went 3 of 5 from the field, 2 of 4 from the free throw line. You're just happy that he was able to score. All his shots was high percentage. They was all good looks. He did also have 3 rebounds, 1 assist with no turnovers. He did have 3 personal fouls, though, and 1 offensive rebound was a plus 8 and plus minus. Ronald Holland was able to make a 3 in the corner. Then he was able to make a shot near the rim. He finished 2 of 6 from the field, 1 of 3 from the three-point line for 5 points. He had a steal in the block and a turnover, 3 personal fouls, and was a 0 and plus minus. You're just happy that he was able to score it. And Javante Green, he was working for some of his shots. The other ones came easy. It was just what he make them or not. Well, he went and got 17, went 6 of 13 from the field, 3 of 8 from 3, threw a 3 from the free throw line. He had 6 boards. That was the most off the bench. He had 2 assists, 1 turnover, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. Really, really good game from him. He gave them a lot. They needed somebody off the bench that can do that for them. Obviously, you needed another person. That didn't really happen, even in the starting lineup, and that's why they fell a little short when it came to being able to win this one. But he gave you two-way play, some decent rebounding, and some decent scoring. He had 1 offensive rebound, 2 personal fouls, was a plus 5 and plus minus. Marcus Sasser played 18 minutes. He had 5 points. He went 2 of 8 from the field, 1 of 3 From the 3 point line, he had 2 rebounds, 4 assists. The 4 assists ended up being the most off the bench. He always been a good, unselfish player, and he's always looking for his teammates. But it was good that he tried to knock down some shots that was there for him. He just couldn't get it done. He had 2 turnovers and a personal foul was a +6 and plus minus. Chaz Lanier, 16 minutes. He had 2 points. He went 1 of 7 from the field, 0 4 from three. Missed too many shots, even if they was wide open. And this one, he took a good amount though, but it wasn't enough because he couldn't make them. He had 1 rebound, 1 assist, and no turnovers. One personal foul was a -8 and plus minus. No Karis LeVert or Tobias Harris. They both had knee injuries. Obviously, they could have been a good difference in this game because they both can score. They both can play make a little bit, but they weren't available. So it is what it is. You're still gonna be number two or you're still gonna be number one in the East. So you might as well rest them up so they can be ready for the playoffs if that's what it takes, to be at your best. You still don't know exactly when K's coming back either. So, you just got to take it game by game at this point, day by day, too. Paulo Banchero had a real good game, 31 points, and he went 10 of 16 from the field and 10 of 10 from the free throw line to get it. They needed this type of performance to stay ahead and also, not get far behind either. And it ended up working. They gave him the ball and he went to work and was really efficient. He went 1 of 2 from three also, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 turnovers, and 3 steals. He had 1 offensive rebound, 2 personal fouls, and was a +23 and plus minus. The strength, the athleticism, the ability to get you a little off balance, the ability to knock you up when it comes to getting contact always has helped him become a good scorer throughout his entire career, including the NBA, as we have seen over the last couple years. Tristan Da Silva, 33 minutes, 12 points. He went 5 of 10 from the field, 1 of 4 from three, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 4 turnovers, 1 steal, 3 personal fouls, and was a +27 and plus minus. You're just happy that he gave you double figures, good floor spacing, and ability just to get open and be able to be a threat to knock down shots. And since he did, you have to be happy with that result from him. The worst part was turning the ball over a little bit too much. Other than that, Wendell Carter was hustle all game, 18 minutes for him. He had 12 points. He went 2 of 4 from the field. A lot of them was putbacks. A lot of them was deep catches in the paint, which led to free throws. He went 7 of 8 from the free throw line, 1 of 2 from three. He had 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 1 offensive rebound, 3 personal fouls, and was a +26 in plus minus. Desmond Bain played 32 minutes. He had 25 points. He went 9 of 17 from the field, 4 of 7 from three, 3 of 5 from the free throw line. Good scoring from him. He was wide open a lot of times. Knew when to drive. Knew when to attack the rim. It all worked out for him. That's his game. He understands how to do that at a high level, and he did it again tonight. He had 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 2 steals, and 3 blocks. The 3 blocks ended up being tied with Goga for the most on the team. He also had 4 personal fouls and was a +14 and plus minus. And Jalen Suggs, he had a good game because he had a double-double. 12 points and 12 assists with 6 boards. He went 4 of 9 from the field. Didn't take a lot of shots because he let other people have the ball in their hands and they made their own decisions when they got it. He did go 2 of 3 from the 3 point line, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 1 turnover, 3 steals, and a block, 1 personal foul, and was a +30 and plus minus. He also had 1 offensive board. He did a lot for this team. That's why they love him. Fast, quick, good decision maker, good shooter, good driver, good transition player because of the ability to be a good athlete and a good defender that can lead by him creating those opportunities for his teammates or for himself. Since he can do all that, it's good to have him healthy for that reason. Maurice Wagner ended up playing 4 minutes. He had 2 points. He made his only shot. He had 1 rebound, 1 assist, no turnovers, and a block. 1 personal foul and was a +2 and plus minus. Jamal Cain made his only shot, which was a three. He missed his 2 free throws that he took. And then he had 2 rebounds, 1 assist, no turnover, no personal foul, was a -2 and plus minus. Noah Pinda, 2 minutes. He missed his only shot, which was a three. No turnovers, no personal fouls in the 0 and plus minus. Goga Pataze, 24 minutes. That ended up being the most off the bench. He did give you good numbers. He had 9 points and 4 boards, 1 assist, 1 steal, and like I said, 3 blocks. And on top of that, he shot 4 or 6 from the field. Got exactly where he needed to be at on the court and just was trying to score as good as he could have, and he did do a good job of that in this game. He went 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 2 turnovers, 1 offensive rebound, 3 personal fouls, was a -12 and plus minus. Colin Castleton, 2 minutes. He had one board, no turnovers, no personal fouls, and was a 0 and plus minus. Javon Carter, 19 minutes. He went 0 3 from the field, 0 2 from three. 4 rebounds, 3 assists. The 3 assists was the most on the team off the bench. And then he had one turnover, 3 steals. That was the most off the bench, and also a block. 2 personal fouls, 1 offensive rebound, a -5 and plus minus. The scoring wasn't there, but everything else was. So you have to be happy he contributed in some way, and especially because they needed it. And then Alex ended up playing 2 minutes. He missed his only field goal. He had no turnovers. He had no personal fouls. Was a 0 and plus minus. And then Anthony Black, he was taking some good looks. Sometimes it worked, more times it didn't. Besides at the free throw line where he went 5 of 7, he also went 1 of 4 from three, 4 of 11 from the field, 14 points. It ended up being the most off the bench, and he also played 15 minutes, which isn't a lot, but it was good enough for him to do his thing. He did a lot in the amount of time he was out there. He had 1 rebound, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, 2 steals, and he also had no personal fouls and was a -14 and plus minus. Jace Richardson played 6 minutes. He had 3 points. He made his only field goal. He went 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 1 rebound, no turnovers, and no personal fouls, and was a -9. And plus minus, you look at the Orlando Magic, 51% from the field for them, 49% for the Pistons. That was right there with them. The difference was the 42% from three for the Magic and the 33% for the Pistons. We know the Pistons don't always take a lot of threes, and they also don't make a lot of them either. That's just the personnel that they has. And like I said, Karras can make a couple. Obviously, Tobias can make a couple, but they wasn't available in this one. 40 free throws for the Magic, 75% for them, 68% for the Pistons. They took 19. They gave way too many free throws to the Magic, and that's a big way to get down and stay down. Both teams had 35 rebounds, but the Magic had 28 assists, while the Pistons had 32. 14 turnovers for the Magic, 19 for the Pistons. 16 steals for the Magic, 10 for the Pistons. 9 blocks for the Magic, 7 for the Pistons. 6 offensive rebounds for the Magic, 8 for the Pistons. 29 defensive rebounds for the Magic, 27 for the Pistons. 19 personal fouls for the Magic, 24 for the Pistons. The Pistons, they gave it what they could. The Magic just was better at moving the ball, better at attacking, better at just being more physical. And that's hard to do against the Pistons because that's what they all about on both ends of the court. But the Magic was able to do it better, and they was able to shoot better. They was able to come at them better. They was able to defend at a high level. They was able to really do a lot of things that the Pistons can do. They were just able to do it against them. So they didn't back down. They didn't get scared. They didn't run away. They embraced it. They played at a high level on both ends of the court, and they was able to beat the Pistons tonight with a similar style. You don't see that every day, but it is some teams that can do that, and the Magic was one of them tonight. Other than that, comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell to get that analysis when it first come out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today, hopefully with more analysis.